What is going on, my friends? Welcome back to the channel. Today I have something very exciting to show you. As you all may or may not know, I previously owned a 2017 Mustang GT, which was a car I was building to go to the track. I think I did a pretty good job at that. Now, that car was great and all, I absolutely loved it. However, it was time for me to move on into something a little bit different. So today, I know it's been long awaited for a lot of you guys, but today's the day that I introduce to you the new car. Let me show you. And here she is, boys. It's a 2013 Scion FRS. Today we actually completed the first mod on it, which was the Spec D headlights, so that's the first thing that I've done to it. I bought this car as a fully built track ready car, and I will go through all the specs of everything for you right now. I have everything on my phone just because it's a huge list of stuff, and I didn't modify this car. I bought this car like this. As a reference, here's the list of all the mods we got. So let's get through it. We're gonna start with the engine. So my friends, here we are. What we got here is the FA20 engine. It's out of a 2016 Toyota 86. The motor was swapped when they did the supercharger about 6,000 miles ago. So this motor has 6,000 miles on it. The chassis has 47,000. It's a Vortec V2 supercharger, and it's got heavy duty bearings and seals and everything, just so that it stays protected and you don't run into as many issues. It's tuned by Delicious Tuning on their E85 Flex Fuel Tune. We have Deckworks 700cc fuel injectors and their DW65C fuel pump. It's got a Blitz Subaru Oil Cooler Kit with a Setrab 25 row oil cooler, which is absolutely insane. That thing is fat. It's running the Borla unequal length headers, and that goes through the stock resonator. Tape is only on the car so that I could do reference for decals, since I'm doing my numbers and decals. That exhaust goes back through everything to a Works axle back. As far as suspension goes, we got the HKS Hypermax SP coilovers, and those have front and rear camber adjustment plates. So you can see right in there, everything's fully adjustable, which is awesome. It's got SPC rear lower control arms and SPC crash bolts, and Eibach front and rear sway bars with their end links. However, those are going to be swapped out pretty soon for the white line front and rear sway bars. And there's also going to be a lot more white line products going on the car, just because I recently got sponsored by them and their parts are always phenomenal. Moving into the drivetrain of the car, we have the Verus Engineering clutch fork and their throwout bearing. And I recently got sponsored by them as well, so we're going to be adding some more parts, possibly tonight or in the near future. But you got that to look forward to. As we move into probably my favorite part of the car, into the chassis. So we have the APR, it's the GTC 200 wing. We have track spec hood louvers, just so that we can keep that supercharger nice and cool. Don't have to worry about overheating, and there's proper extraction out of there. As we move into the interior, it's fully gutted from the front seats back. There is still carpet and whatnot up in the front. That will be removed very soon, but it's an awesome setup that he's got right now. Got a Sparco seat in there, the OEM passenger seat, that way you can still have passengers not being super uncomfortable. Up front, we have StopTech's big brake kit with slotted rotors, two-piece of course, and those are going to be absolutely wild on track when we get this thing out there on the 15th. We got Carbotech XP12 pads in the front and XP10 pads in the rear. We're on Enkei Kojin wheels. They're 17x9s with a positive 45 offset all the way around, and those are wrapped in Nito and TO1 235x40x17s. Now, I know that was probably the most boring 2 minutes of the video, but I just had to let you know, and because all this stuff was done by the previous owner, I don't know all this. I couldn't rattle that off without like reading off this script, honestly. I just wanted to give you guys a little insight on the car. Just because I bought this car built doesn't mean that I'm not gonna build it more, because if you think that, I mean, if you've watched the videos, you know that I'm kind of a savage and I'll just like start going crazy on things, which is no different with this at all. Like I said earlier, I just installed these Spec D headlights, and I was gonna make a video on that, but I really had no clue what I was doing as far as like wiring and everything, so I didn't want to give you a video where I don't even know what's going on, and that was kind of a learning experience for me. There was no videos that really demonstrated how to do it easily, so it was a pain, but we got it done, obviously. Now upstairs I have a couple parts. I bought a bunch of stuff on Black Friday. So we got the headlights, we got a new tow hook, which is not really a mod, but whatever. I have a splitter in my room, I have a diffuser in my room, and I have a white line bushing insert for the transmission in my room. So you'll be getting installs of all of that stuff, and there's gonna be a ton of content that I'm gonna bring out for you guys. I have such good plans. I mean, if you follow me on Instagram, I'll put it here if you don't follow me already. But you should definitely check that out, and if you follow me on there, then you already know about what is gonna happen to this car. So we're about a year out of probably the main stage of this car. That's my goal. Probably 1 year from today, I will have this car dialed and how I envisioned it from the get-go. I'm gonna be making a follow-up video because I'm sure a lot of you guys are just curious of like, why would you sell your Mustang and get this FRS? If you've been watching, you know that I've always loved these cars. I've always wanted one, and I had a great opportunity to get one for cheap. It was what I was looking for exactly, and yeah, I'm buying stuff for it, but like in theory, I didn't have to buy anything. This car was ready to go, and I didn't have to touch it, and I was already gonna be faster than my Mustang. So since time is what I'm chasing here, this was the smarter thing to do financially. I mean, there was no reason why I shouldn't have done this. So that's why I did it. There's gonna be an in-depth video coming up real soon, but I owed it to you guys to give you an update of what's going on, and I wanna get back into YouTube, so I'm gonna be trying to post some videos, especially now that we're gonna be having track days, probably once a month. We're gonna be doing installs fairly often, and just a bunch of really fun stuff going on. So I'm gonna end it. I know today's video was really short, but just like I said, wanted to give you guys an update. So we'll see you in the next video, y'all. Peace out, and be sure to work more and talk less.